is a little class I'm going to do, not too long, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. If you're suffering from back pain, it's particularly from my lovely friend Paula, but for anyone who is feeling pain, stiffness in the low back, I'm not a doctor, so I advise you strongly to get it checked out by your healthcare provider. It could be muscular, it could be disc related, it could be ligament or tendon related. So go and find out what's causing your back pain. But this little routine certainly won't harm you, and it may even help. Hopefully it will help to ease some of the stiffness and the pain in your lower back. So we're going to start standing. This is primarily a Strala yoga class, but Strala is very influenced by Tai Chi and Qigong, so I've infused some of those practices within this class. So we'll start standing. Soften your knees. I'm turning to the side just so that you can see. Soften your knees and just allow your tailbone to relax down. So try not to tuck your tailbone, try not to stick your bottom, your tailbone out. Just imagine it relaxing down into the earth. There's a softness in your knees. Let the top of your head gently float up towards the sky and relax your shoulders. This is your classic Qigong stance, so that your spine is in a nice relaxed, long, easy position. Knees are soft, shoulders are relaxed, and just take a gentle turn of your belly from one side of the room to the other. So I'm going to mirror you here, so I'm turning right, your left, and allow your arms to swing. Don't control the arms, don't move the arms. The arms aren't really moving by themselves. You're moving in the direction and the energy that your center is going. So your center is your middle, your belly button. And then maybe let your arms, you can take your legs a little wider, maybe let the arms, the hands reverberate against your lower abdomen and your lower back if that feels nice. Needless to say, if this causes any pain, never ignore pain, just soften out of it. You can make the movement smaller or just skip anything that causes you pain. So your shoulders are nice and relaxed, you're moving from your belly, your center, and your arms are just swinging. In Qigong, this is knocking on the door of life. So just a gentle turn, allowing your arms to swing freely, shoulders are relaxed, everything is nice and loose. And then we'll slow that down, slow it down, slow it down. And then just take a random shake. Just shake your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, everything loose. Turn your hips one way and then the other. Just a random movement here. A shake, a shimmy, a sway. Just move any way that feels good. Maybe a little bounce. Everything nice and easy and relaxed. Turning one way and then the other. Just letting go of any tension in your body. You'll notice that children do this after they've been in a situation that has maybe made them tense or frightened, and animals do this as well. But as we get older, we lose the natural, instinctual ability to do this. So introduce this back into your life, just letting everything go, moving in any direction that feels nice, really loose and fluid. And then we'll slow that down, and then we're going to come to a little bit of breathing. So the breath is really important. We're going to do some belly breathing first. Bring your hands to your abdomen, and as you inhale, breathe into your belly, let it expand into your hands, and as you exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, the belly rises, exhale, draw the belly in. So what we're doing here is we're sending the breath down into the lowest part of our lungs, and the diaphragm is moving down. It's like an umbrella-shaped muscle, and the diaphragm is moving down as the belly expands and then contracting up as the breath leaves the lower part of the lungs. And when you do this, you're calming the nervous system. You're coming out of the stress response, where you will be if you're in pain or you're nervous or you're getting ready to run. You're in the stress response. So we're bringing ourselves out of the stress response into the parasympathetic response, which is rest and digest. We're also moving the body with the breath. So keep your body relaxed enough throughout this practice to be moved by the breath. Draw the belly in on the exhale. Inhale, let the belly rise on the inhale. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. And I want you to practice breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. If for any reason you find that challenging, then you can sigh the breath out, or you can blow the breath out so you're blowing through a straw. But I'd like you to try to practice breathing about 80% of the time in and out through your nose. It's much healthier, and it keeps you in a more calm state. I'm going to expand this breath a little now. So on your next inhale, I want you to float your arms up to goalpost arms. Lift your chin and chest look up. So there's a gentle ducktail here. And on the exhale, rounding in. Of course, if that causes any back pain, just soften out of it, make it less rather than more. Even don't move the pelvis, just lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then on the exhale, draw your elbows together, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale to open, exhale to round in. This is called spinal cord breathing. It's strengthening that breath-body connection. It's releasing tension in the body and in the mind. And it's preparing you for our practice, making you nice and relaxed, nice and calm. Let's do 1 more. Easy exhale. And then relax the arms down and just have a little shake again. Just shift the weight from side to side. Maybe take a little walk around the room, around your mat. This is a little Tai Chi walk. Taking the weight to the front foot and dragging the back foot behind you. Just nice and relaxed. And then we're going to crawl down to seating. So use your body. Crawl down your legs. Let your hands support you. Ease down onto one side and then the other. Moving really gently and really carefully. And coming into a comfortable seated position. If this position isn't comfortable for you, sit how you can be comfortable. If this causes pain in the hips or the low back, think about putting a cushion underneath your bottom. That lifts the hips up a little and it's easier on the low back. And then I want you to just relax. Take a little sway from side to side. It might feel nice to lean in with your elbows into one thigh, into one calf and then the other. Just have a little gentle roll around. Sway a little side to side. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Shift a little forward and back. Maybe if there's no pain, you can take a gentle circle, but always be guided by how you're feeling in your body. So, if you're feeling pain there, in your low back, or anywhere, be really gentle with yourself. Be really patient with yourself. Often when we feel an injury, we want to have it massaged and poked. We try this stretch and that stretch. And we end up doing what my teacher calls poking the dragon. So if there's inflammation there, we're making it worse. Sometimes it's best just to relax for a while, rest, and then when you feel ready to move really softly with ease. So we're going to take a gentle twist. Turn to your left. Bring your right hand to the opposite knee. This hand behind you to support your spine. And as you breathe in through the nose, let the top of your head float up. And as you breathe out, soften your shoulders. Let them slide down your back. And twist, looking over the back shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to soften and twist. Maybe you can twist a little more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to soften and twist. And then gently release your twist. Come back to face the front. And we'll take it to the other side. This hand is close to your spine to support you. And as you breathe in, think about the top of your head floating up. And as you breathe out, let your shoulders soften and slide down your back. And then gently twist and look over your right shoulder. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Maybe it feels nice to twist a little more. Twisting is a gift to your spine, but it's really important to twist with a nice long, straight spine. And then when you're ready, gently release and come back to the center. Now take your hands behind you, spread your fingers and lean back into your palms and roll a little side to side. Take all the weight to one palm so the other palm floats up all the way over to the other side. And then make this a little bit more exploratory, depending on what range of motion you have available to you without pain at the moment. Just rolling around here. Nice and gentle, nice and soft and fluid. And then if it feels nice, pressing down through the palms and maybe allowing your hips to float up, relaxing your head back and taking a gentle sway from side to side. Easing your hips back down, we'll crawl your hands out in front of you now. Drop your chin to your chest and just relax forward. If this is enough for you, just hang here. If you're more open, maybe you want to go a little further. But again, be guided by how you feel. Gentle sway from side to side. It might feel nice to take an easy twist to one side. And then round to the other side. A nice calm breath. A nice calm, slow, easy inhale and exhale through the nose. Make your way back to the center. Keep your head and neck soft. Walk your hands back and roll up through your spine, just allowing your head to float up that. And then we're going to move on to hands and knees. So nice and easy. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then we'll start to move our torso around like a washing machine. Bend the elbows, lower the chest. Lengthen the arms, just as though your rib cage and your whole middle were like a cement mixer. Nice and easy, and then change direction, go the other way. Well done. And then a hip circle, tuck your toes under. I'm sending my hips towards the camera, towards you, back towards my heels, over to the windows. And I'm going to circle the other way. Again, it very much depends on how you're feeling. And then it might feel nice to just move around whichever way it feels good in your body. Notice if your attention is drawn to any particular area of your body. Maybe you're holding some stiffness there. It might feel nice to draw in the air with the tip of your nose as though you're drawing a big figure of 8. But get your whole body involved. Really move easy here. Now let's sway a little side to side. This is called unweighting in Strala yoga, and it's to make our movement a lot more fluid and easy. So we shift the weight all the way over towards the camera so that my right palm begins to lift up, all the way over to the other side, so that left palm begins to lift up, unweighting from side to side. Moving easy. And then go for a little crawl. Shift the weight to one side, let the opposite hand and knee slide forward. Shift the weight to that forward hand and knee, and crawl around here. Getting down on your hands and knees is something that we should all be doing regular basis. It's so good for your back. So take a little crawl around. And if you do nothing else, if your back pain allows you to do nothing else, get down on your hands and knees first thing in the morning and crawl around the room, swaying your weight from side to side. That will really release tension in the low back. If you want to go a little further with me now, we're going to shift the weight all the way over towards the right, unweighting that left hand and the left foot, and slide the left foot to the outside of the left hand. You can turn the toes out here or in, and then lower your chest down. If it feels okay to you, perhaps you can come down onto your forearms. If that's too much tension in the hip joint, maybe just one forearm, or you can just lower your chest inside that front leg. And then I want you to sway your hips and bottom a little side to side. Shift your hips and bottom a little forward and back. Start to roll around in a circular fashion. Getting deep into that left hip joint. Often lower back pain can be caused or aggravated by tight hip flexors. So this is a great way to get into your hip joint and get into every little ligament and tendon, moving around here. It might feel nice to come up onto your right hand, bring your left hand onto the left thigh, opening your chest and exploring, moving your bottom around here. But again, be led by how it feels in your body. Don't worry about any particular poses or trying to perfect any movement. This is all about what's going on inside for you. We're going to take that to the other side, so we'll slide that leg back. I'm going to shift the weight towards the left, towards the camera, unweighting that right hand, and slide my right foot to the outside of that right hand. Then maybe you can come down onto your forearms, or just one forearm, whichever feels best for you. Try to completely relax your head and neck and shoulders, and moving your hips and bottom around. I like to think about making a figure of 8 shape with my bottom, changing direction, going the other way, whichever way feels good to you. Of course, if you're feeling pain or discomfort, just soften and back off a little. Really important to listen to your body here and keep a nice, calm, easy breath. And then like we did on the other side, might feel good to come up, maybe pressing that thigh away, rolling onto the outside of that foot, opening up. But again, stay movable. Move around here. Well done. Great stuff. Now sway towards, away from the front leg. Slide that unweighted leg back behind you. And then we'll take a gentle cat-cow. So lift your chin and chest, look up. And then on your exhale, round your back looking in. Again, very gentle, depending on how you feel. You can drop your belly down if that feels okay, but if that causes pain and compresses the low back, and if it's a disc problem, then that's not a great idea. So speak to your doctor about that. You could just keep your pelvis level and lift your chin and chest look up. And then maybe it feels nice to round your back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, rounding the back. Okay. Now tuck your toes under here. With your back rounded, keep your back rounded, tuck your toes under, and send your bottom back. It's a gentle stretch for the low back. Bring the elbows down and then breathe your chest forward, coming back up. Round the back, toes are tucked under, bottom back towards the heels, elbows, forearms down, breathing your chest forward. One more time, round the back, bottom back towards the heels, elbows down, and breathe your chest through your hands, coming back up. Well done, great stuff. Now tuck your toes under here, walk your hands back towards your knees, press down with your palms and let your knees float up off the ground. Perhaps you can float them out to the side, coming into a gentle squat. Maybe a little roll around here. You can walk your hands back them here for support and stability. Or if you're feeling more adventurous, you can tiptoe your fingertips out in front of you, drop your chin to your chest, and just allow your head to hang. Relaxing your head between your arms, always leaving some room to move, always leaving some wiggle room so you can sway a little side to side, particularly if you're recovering from an injury or you're in any kind of pain. We never want to suffer through any pain in the joints or any pain at all when you're recovering. You really want to be very gentle with yourself. So when you're ready, we're going to ease back down. I'm going to turn to face you here, to the camera. I want you to sway towards the right, unweight that left leg, slide it out in front of you, and just heel toe it in between your hands. Well done. And then root down. You maybe want to put a little towel under your knee if the floor is hard or you have any knee issues. Root down through that front foot and lift your shoulders up over your hips. Well done. As you breathe in, float your arms all the way out and up. Lift your heart up, find a gentle back bend, and then relax and soften your arms down. Let's do that again and move with the breath. Inhale through the nose, float your arms all the way out and up. Maybe feel that stretch going right down to the hip flexor. Keep the shoulders relaxed and then float your arms all the way down. Bring one hand onto your right hip, place the other hand onto your left knee. You're going to take a little hip circle here. So you're circling your hips out to the left, back, right, forward, but make this really nice and smooth. A nice smooth circle of the hip joints. Let's change direction, go the other way. Just a few smooth hip circles here. Well done, great stuff. And then I want you to lean in to that right hand and turn your belly, turn from your middle towards your front leg, floating the other arm up. Well done. We'll trade sides here. Soften that left hand down, lean into it, and if you can, open up the other way. And then gently release your hands down. Tuck your back toes under. I'll just turn around a little more so you can see what I'm doing. Tuck your back toes under and just send your bottom back towards your back heel, lengthening out this front leg. You can stay upright here for little half splits, or if you're feeling like you want to go a little deeper, maybe you can soften over. But keep your body nice and relaxed and movable. Think about moving as though you're underwater. I'm going to re-bend this knee now. Bring both hands around to the open side, lean to the right, unweight that left leg and send it back behind us. And then I'll take it to the other side. So sway towards the left and slide that right leg to the outside and just gently scooch it in towards the front. You're going to root down through that front heel and crawl up. As you breathe in, float your arms all the way out and up, lift your heart, find a gentle back bend, and on the exhale, soften your shoulders and just allow your arms to float down. Again, as though you're moving underwater. Inhale, the arms float up, nice calm breath. Easy exhale, allowing them to float down. Bring one hand, your left hand to your hip, your right hand to your right knee. And we're going to take those little hip circles, moving our hips in a circle, out, back, side and forward, out, back, side and forward, and then make this smooth and fluid. Let's change direction, go the other way. A gentle little hip circle. As I say, maybe you want to put something soft. If you're on a carpet, it should be fine, but if you're on a harder floor, some padding for your knee might be a good idea. When you're ready, we're going to lean into this left hand. Let it support you. Turn your belly towards your front leg and float that right arm up. Take a big stretch here. And on the exhale, we'll soften and trade sides. So use your body, lean into that right hand, roll your belly open, floating that left arm up. Nice big stretch, the gentle twist. Hands either side of the front foot, tuck that back toe under and send your bottom back, lengthening out that front leg. Adjust your hands so that they support you. If it feels nice, you can stay upright here for little half splits. This should give you a nice stretch at the back of this extended leg. Perhaps you want to relax over. Gentle sway from side to side. Easy sway here. And then when you're ready, we'll re-bend that knee, bring both hands around to the inside of that front leg, lean away from that front leg and slide that unweighted leg back behind you. Then I want you to tuck your toes under, press down with the palms. As you press the mat away with your palms, just start to let your bottom float up and back behind you, coming into a really easy going downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. There's no need to straighten the legs if you're feeling a little stiff. And we'll do some unweighting here, like we did on hands and knees. Sway to the left, let that right hand lift. Sway to the right, let the opposite hand lift. And then turn this into a crawl. Crawling to the front of your mat. When you get to the front of your mat, bend the knees a little and take a hold of your elbows if you can. Drop your head and neck and gently sway a little side to side. If this is too much for your back, bend the knees a little more and bring your hands down for more support. If you're coming into your ragdoll, if that feels nice for you, as you breathe out, I want you to allow your spine to lengthen with each out breath. And gently sway a little side to side. If this is too much, bend the knees. You can skip the ragdoll if it doesn't feel good. We're going to crawl up now. So use your body. Bring one hand to one thigh, the other hand to the other thigh, and crawl up your body. Well done. Great stuff. So again, take a little Tai Chi unweighting, a little Tai Chi walk, swaying from side to side. Give yourself a little shake. And then come to the front of your mat, sway to your left foot and slide your right foot back. Keep that right back heel lifted, and as you breathe in, float your arms all the way out and up. And as you breathe out, soften. Let the arms float down, bend the knees, drop down through the hips. Inhale pulls you high. Easy exhale to soften back down. Let's do that again. Inhale pulls you high. Now this time we're going to crawl down our body. Use your hands, let your body support you. Bring that right hand down, let it support you. Bring the left hand down, let it support you. Shift a little forward and back. And then as you shift forward, gently slide that back foot up, bringing your feet together. Drop your head and neck if that feels okay for you. The knees can be bent. Well done. And we'll roll up again. Crawl up your body. Now shift the weight to the right foot and slide the opposite foot back, the left foot. Keep the heel lifted. Think of being on a train track rather than a tightrope. So widen your stance so that you feel nice and stable. And as you breathe in, float your arms all the way out and up. So we're breathing in through the nose. As you breathe out through the nose as you float your arms down. Bend the knees, drop down through the hips. Inhale pulls you high. Easy exhale softens you all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale pulls you high. Easy exhale. Now crawl down your body. Use your hands. Let your left hand support you. Bring your right hand down. And this time, sway towards the right and slide that left foot up and have your feet to the outside of your hands. Have your toes pointing out. Bend the knees here and take weight into the palms And if you can, just gently ease down into a squat. Now, if that's not happening for you because of your back pain, what I suggest you do here is use your body to crawl down onto the floor any way that you can without pain. So this is not about performing, it's not about getting into asanas, or this is about moving your body, encouraging the chi, the energy to flow through your body and to ignite a healing response. For that, you need to be in the parasympathetic response. So you need to stay really relaxed. And then I want you to bring your bottom towards the front of the mat, and you're going to roll down. Now you can either, if your back will allow, you can either take a hold of your knees and gently roll down vertebra by vertebra, bringing your legs along with you, or just lean to one side, come down to one elbow, come all the way down and roll onto your back. So find the most painless way for you to come down, and then just take a hold of your knees and let your legs feel really heavy here. So imagine that your legs want to just drift away from your belly, and you have bricks tied to your feet, and take a gentle sway from side to side. This is a nice relaxing stretch for the spine. Well done. And then it might feel good to come into what we call a happy baby pose. So you could float your toes, the soles of your feet up towards the sky. If you can't reach the outside of your feet, you can take a hold of the outside of your calf muscles. The knees are bent. The knees are kind of aiming towards your armpits. And then I want you to let your feet fall apart and take a gentle rock from side to side here. This is a great release for the lower back. But you can adapt and modify to suit what's going on for you at the moment. So you could always take a hold of the calves, up high, down lower, the ankles, or again, take a hold of the outside of the feet. Just a gentle rock from side to side. Nice calm breath. Well done. And then with the knees bent, release your hands and bring them down by your side. And press down into the palms and just lift your lower back and your bottom up if that feels nice to you. Just a gentle little roll forward and back, easing your bottom down, lifting your bottom up. Just moving towards a gentle plough pose. Maybe you can use your hands to support your thighs. Turn your bottom a little side to side. This is called lazy plough, and it feels really lovely on your back. A gentle roll of your hips and bottom from one side, one corner of the room to the other corner of the room. Nice and relaxed and easy. And then release your hands down one at a time. Use your palms to lower your spine down vertebra by vertebra. And bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. It might feel nice to wrap your arms around your knees, or maybe on your shins, perhaps squeezing your knees in towards your shoulders so you just miss the chest and the rib cage feels good to you. And then with your arms out to shoulder height, just let both knees drop over to one side, coming into just a nice, relaxed, gentle twist. And we'll take a couple of slow, deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth of the nose, just allowing everything to soften. And when you're ready, just gently bring your knees back into the center. A little rock from side to side and over to the other side. You could turn your head to the opposite side of the room. If that's too much on your neck, just keep your gaze upwards. A couple of deep, slow breaths. When you're ready to come out of that, bring your knees back to the center. Bring your feet flat. We're going to roll onto the right side, press down with the left hand and ease up nice and slowly. Coming back to a comfortable seated position. So there you go, that's just a very gentle routine for when you're suffering from back pain. But if you move in that slow, easy, fluid way, and you breathe slowly and calmly, and you become really gentle with yourself, you'll trigger your body's own innate healing powers. Don't rush it, take it easy, and learn to listen. Listen to the signals that your body is telling you. And I hope that you feel better very soon. Thank you. Namaste.